Okay, so this being the first one, we're going to review Dragon Ball, the first saga of Dragon Ball, which includes Goku, Bulma, and Yamcha, and Oolong and Puar searching for the seven magical Dragon Balls. Now, how the series starts is very different than how the next series picks up. So that's kind of like why I want to really dive into Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is actually more about the adventure and fun side of the world and everything like that, with the martial arts included. And so the first 13 episodes of Dragon Ball are about Goku, Bulma, and Yamcha and company searching for the seven magical balls, each one with their own separate wish and agenda, except Goku, who just wants adventure and to fight powerful opponents. So the first 13 episodes really focus, like I said, they really focus on the adventure and humor of the Dragon Ball series from the very first episode. In the dub version, the sense of humor comes a lot from Bulma and Goku, and their reactions to each other, because Goku's never actually seen a girl before. So there's a few instances where we have a few how should I put it? Odd moments, maybe. For instance, my favorite moment is when Goku touches Bulma and realizes she has no balls, and then removes her underwear, and then is very, very alarmed the fact that she has no balls whatsoever, and that it's in the uncut dub, which to me is just it's a funny scene. I mean, if you're into the whole hentai thing, then you're really gonna love that scene. But if you're just like the humor part of it, to me, it's really funny. Um, and that stage of humor really keeps going, especially when they introduce Master Roshi for the first time. Who that character, he really doesn't change, but I mean, he's more of a pervert in Dragon Ball than he is in Dragon Ball Z, from what I could understand. So I mean, the first 13 episodes follow Goku and company, from episode 1, where Bulma and Goku meet, where Bulma's one wish, of course, is to wish for the most perfect boyfriend. And Goku is reluctant at first to give the Dragon Ball to her, and, but when he realizes that there are other Dragon Balls out there, which he calls grandpas, by the way, because his grandpa was the proprietor of the 4-star ball. But his grandpa died, so that was the only thing his grandpa left him. His grandpa Gohan was the 4-star Dragon Ball, so he doesn't really want to part with it. So anyways, it's starts off there. Then first couple episodes are with Goku and Bulma traveling together, and they're getting to know each other, and you're getting to be familiarized with the characters. Because remember, this is the first time you're ever introduced to these characters in the anime. So, I mean, in America, we got Dragon Ball Z first. But to watch these characters from the very beginning, it's really, really cool to see how they progressed in the character development throughout the whole entire span of Dragon Ball. And to me, it's really heartwarming to see the show at its roots when when they were making it, they didn't know if it was going to be a success or not. So seeing the first season of it technically is it's very humbling, because I mean, this is what started it all. These first few episodes, because they were so well crafted, the animation was so fluid, it was so dynamic, and the characters and plot was just so interesting that it really gave way to the birth of probably one of the most successful shonen anime series of all time. Definitely the best action adventure series of all time. With that being said, I believe the first 13 episodes are probably the show's most interesting, because, I mean, that kind of makes the rest of the series sound bad, but to me, they're the most interesting because these ones focus more on adventure than anything, and I wish they kind of kept that throughout the whole series. I mean, I did love what they did with the series, but I really love that sense of adventure, like that sense of not knowing. I mean, the original Dragon Ball series is about that, but they just kind of went more for the I'm going to become stronger thing, which is fine because the series is fantastic after that, but I would have loved to have seen more of the Dragon Ball adventure. Like, we're hunting down the Dragon Balls, we're going to these odd places. I mean, we'll fight these powerful opponents, but at the same time, we're at least going on adventures. You know, seeing the awesome scenery. But like I said, the first 13 episodes to me are just extremely fascinating because it also brings out the sense of the group, of all the comic relief, of all, because once you get Yamcha, Goku, and Bulma together and everything, there's just a really awesome connection there. And then you add the villain Emperor Pilaf, who's trying to collect the Dragon Balls for world domination, and you've really got an awesome recipe there for you know, some really fantastic drew a blank there, but fantastic just camaraderie and character development and characterization of each and every one of them. So I mean, to me, it's just really fascinating that, you know, they really did deliver on those first 13 episodes. The comic relief, the comic value of it, it's fantastic. You get to see Goku produce his first Kamehameha wave, which is just so iconic. I mean, that what's kind of weird about that though is, if, like, okay, if you're watching the series the first time from Dragon Ball, that's not that big of a scene. But if you've watched Dragon Ball to the very end, or Dragon Ball Z at the very end, and then you go and watch and see Goku's first Kamehameha wave when he destroys a car, it's really, really awesome. It's one of those, like, really awesome moments that make you go, oh wow, holy shit, that's the first one. I mean, it's it really is. I mean, it's really one of those special type of deals. I'm gonna break down the characters real quick. Goku, he really carries it. He hits the nail on the head. I mean, he becomes so lovable, because he's an idiot, but at the same time, I mean, his natural instincts as a fighter, you can already tell they're there. Plus, he's so innocent that, you know, really you can't fault him for anything. Bulma, her character's really well written, to the point where, I mean, it's to me, it's she's probably one of the highlights of the series. She's a bitch, very much so, but she knows she is, and that mixed with Goku's innocence and everything kind of really, you know, meshes well together. Add Yamcha, who cannot talk to women, let alone even be around him, adds for a very, very effective comic relief. And I mean, for a guy that is such as Yamcha, being very pretty for a guy character, he can't be around beautiful women. Which is funny because Bulma's wish is obviously for the perfect boyfriend. Yamcha's is for getting afraid of getting his fear from girls taken away. So obviously you can see where that's going. I mean, you kind of know where everything's going and everything, but it's part of the ride to get there. So I mean, with everything, you know, that I said, it's really about the characterization and the developments and seeing the story from its true origins. And to me, that is well worth it. So if you haven't seen the first 13 episodes of Dragon Ball, go out and buy them now, or, you know, or somehow, maybe Crunchyroll has them, or maybe another internet provider has them, or a service provider has them. But if you can watch them, go ahead and watch them, because I mean, if you're a fan of Dragon Ball at all, or if you've never even heard of it, the first 13 episodes give you a really good idea of how much the series, what the series will be mostly about. Like I said, I think the first 13 episodes really capture the whole essence of the series better than most, you know what I mean, better than most of the episodes do. So I mean, and there's really memorable episodes here. So I think the first 13 is something you should really check out. Okay, anyways, thank you. I'm signing off, and until next time.